Action. What's up, guys? Your favorite host of the Bogey Train here. We're gonna go through a little what's in the bag. So, you guys have been just absolutely wearing me down day after day, reaching out, wondering, Nick, when are we gonna get what's in the bag? We need to know what you're using out on the golf course to shoot all these course records, quite frankly. So, I'm gonna take you through what's in the bag. I'm gonna start out with the bag itself. So, we got a ping hoofer, iconic bag. Got a little John Hancock on there. Shout out Ping. Shout out Matt Jeske. But I know you didn't come here for the bag itself. We want to know what's in the bag. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with the big stick. Arguably my favorite club. I'll say definitely my best club. It's the driver. Now, I don't exactly have head cover game, so it's not exactly a secret what's under there. We have AI Smoke, triple diamond, got an 8-degree head set at +1 just to close the face, just a fraction. I got the heavyweight in the back. I'm not trying to keep that spin too low or anything. We have a Denali Black 60 gram 6.5 shaft in there. And this thing's great. Been hitting it absolutely awesome ever since putting it in the bag. I was reluctant to put it in the bag because I was driving it quite good with my Cobra. But as soon as I played a couple rounds with it, I could not take it back out. So, this thing is the real deal. I'm driving it better than I probably ever have. 3 wood, or should I say 4 wood? Cobra Speed Zone Tour. Very small head there. It's actually a 5 wood head, 17.5 degrees, but I adjusted the loft down to 16, so it's -1.5. Just to try to get a little bit of extra distance out of it, a little bit lower ball flight, and open up the face just a little bit. Tried to get this thing out of the bag, tried putting a couple of 3 woods in there. I've tried a different Cobra, I've tried some Titleist, but have not been able to get this thing out of the bag. Just have a certain level of trust with it that is hard to come by in fairway woods. So doesn't go quite as far as I would like for my longest fairway wood, but easy to give up a few yards when you know where the ball is going to go. Have a hazardous smoke yellow 70 gram 6.5 extra stiff in the shaft there. Yeah, it's a good club. It's closer to the length of a 5 wood too, so a little bit shorter. So it's not a very long fairway wood distance wise. I already mentioned that, but I do like the level of control I have with it. Moving on, I've got a 3-iron here. This is the 2024 TaylorMade P UDI. Give you a look at that right there. Hopefully you can see it, but probably not. Doesn't want to focus. That's okay. So we've got a 3-iron, 20 degrees on this guy. I've only been using this month and a half, something like that. It's quite good. I like it. UST recoil dart in a 105, extra stiff graphite shaft in here. Was having some issues with the 3-iron that I had before. Tried a new one at the beginning of the year, didn't like that one, went back to my old one, still wasn't hitting it good, so had to find something I trusted a little bit more. So far this one has been good. Just the rounds I've played with it, haven't used it a whole lot, but it's been better so far. I think it could be a good club in the bag for quite a while. To the irons. I've had these in the bag for quite a while at this point. I think over 5 years now. So these are the Mizuno MP18 SC irons, originally released in 2018. Imagine that. Um, and I think I started playing them in 2019. So I have a KBS C-Taper Light 115X shaft in here. Um, swing speed is relatively quick compared to average, I suppose. So need something extra stiff, but it's a little bit lighter, just so I don't launch it too low. I can tend to launch it a little bit low, especially in the longer irons. So this has been a very good shaft for me. Love the feel, love the look, love the sound. Um, everything about these irons. I've really enjoyed using them. So I'll give you a little bit of a closer look here. Hopefully you can see that. So not quite a blade, just a player's cavity. Got traditional lofts on there. Um, no combo set, just the SC's 4 through pitching wedge. So good stuff. All right. Where do we go from here? I suppose to the wedges, huh? So I have been playing Cleveland wedges as long as I can remember, and it is no different at this point in time. So I have a set of black finish RTX zip cores 50, 54, and 60. 54 is bent just a little bit weak, probably about 54 and a half, and the 60 is bent a little bit strong to 59. So I have the mid bounce on all of them, but it actually plays a little bit less in the 60 because it's bent a little bit strong. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look at the 60 because it's a little bit more interesting. So hopefully with the light there, you can see a little bit of the relief there on the sole. You can see the trailing edge there. There's a little bit of relief on there. I've liked this grind so far. Um, yeah, so it's actually playing at 59 degrees, and I will show you that there. Have a stamp on there. If I can find a good lighting, there you go. Stamped, it says 59 on there. 5/28 of 22. That is the date of my wedding. And have it, it's kind of hard to see, but it's paint filled with sort of a light blue, baby blue on there. So there you go. That's a good look at it. Now, interesting thing about the stamp on there is I was playing with a guy last month and a half ago, and he looks at it and says, "Oh, did you shoot a 59?" I looked at it and said, "I definitely see how you could get that impression." So no, 59 is just the actual loft of the club on there, but he saw it, saw the date, and said maybe he's commemorating the best round of his life. Maybe he shot a 59 on that date. Definitely, not. I've never been close, but I appreciate that he thought that of me. All right, we're gonna take a step back for this one. Putter. Now, if you know me, you know putter has been a bit of a revolving door last few years for me. But this one could stick. No. Oh, he said that before. He said that before. Well, this one's awesome. So again, not exactly subtle with the head cover. We know exactly what is under that. We got the brand new Callaway. I'm sorry, Odyssey. AI1 Jailbird Mini CH. The CH just means this plumber's neck hosel right here. So I've got this thing playing a little bit longer than 35 inches, 35 and a half, at least by how Callaway Odyssey measures it. I just have the stock grip on there. So going back to something a little bit smaller after putting with a really fat grip at the beginning of the year with my other Jailbird. And I have the navy blue Bimatrix Stroke Lab shaft in there. A couple reasons. I really like the feel of the Stroke Lab shafts, and it looks cool. The navy blue shaft in there with the navy on the head and that grip. So, been really liking this. That insert is probably the best feeling and sounding putter I've ever used. Very pleasing, at least in my opinion. Really good sound and feel to it. And I'll say it's been making some putts for, especially as little as I practice. So, as much as, it's definitely this guy and not the putter, I do feel like it has at least not actively been working against me. So, good stuff. Grips. On my club grips, I have Golf Pride Tour Velvet 360 white there, standard size, but with 2 wraps of tape under. So mid-size just feels a little bit too big, but I did want something that felt a little bit bigger than standard. You might ask yourself if one extra wrap of tape under there really makes that much a difference. And the answer is stop asking questions. It matters in here. So where do we go from here? That is all the clubs. We'll go to the laser. Got a fun case on this one, little floral action there. Underneath, I have Precision Pro NX10. This thing is a beast. It does exactly what I needed to do. Slope switch on and off, which most lasers have these days from most brands. One thing that does make this one a little bit unique, you can take that skin right off of there and replace it, make it a little bit more personalized. Right now, I've got an Augusta National skin on there, has the layout of Augusta. So pretty cool, in my opinion. As the Masters is my favorite tournament ever. Shout out Precision Pro. Good stuff, good price point, lifetime battery replacement. So shout out Precision Pro. What else do I got? Suppose we could dig into the valuables pouch a little bit. Nice little novelty. Valuables pouch says, "Welcome to fabulous Bogey Town, USA." Obviously on brand for the bogey train. Also reminds me of my trip out to Las Vegas earlier this year. So works on a couple levels. Now, I didn't used to be a poker chip guy. In fact, I used to hate when people use poker chips, and I wouldn't even say I've changed that opinion. But I might start collecting poker chips a little bit at this point. Got a couple that I rotate back and forth. I've got one from Firekeeper in Kansas, where I played the U.S. Amateur Qualifier this year. Don't ask. And little Stein Sign Display Pro-Am Classic poker chip. So now am I a guy? Am I going back on my word? Am I using poker chips now? Sometimes, sometimes I got one on me. If I'm really far away from the hole and not even close to in anybody's way, I'll throw down a poker chip. Sometimes people evolve. Sometimes people get older and can't see as well. And sometimes I found that a $3 poker chip is a little bit more affordable if I wanted a souvenir from that tournament than like $100 shirt or head cover. So it was at that point that I decided maybe I could just collect poker chips because that's a lot easier on the wallet. All right, I've got a couple contact lenses in there in case I'm in a tournament and something goes wrong, get like sand or grass in my eye. I don't know. I Nothing like that has ever happened when I'm out on the golf course, but I guess I'm just an over planner. So in case I need a backup set of contacts, I have those. Have a bunch of tees in here. I also have tees in my bag, but just easier access ones. I'm not a wooden tee or a plastic tee guy. I don't really care. I generally have 5 to 6 tees in my pocket during a round of golf. Not for any reason. I just like having plenty in case a couple break. So this is my divot fixer. I just like ones that have this sort of design that you might find at a country club. I find that they're really easy to fix ball marks with. This one happens to be from the Country Club of Sioux Falls. Uh, had one from Hazeltine that I used for a long, long time. Then I lost it. So I know, pretty cool story. And then my other ball marker. So sometimes I'll use a quarter, or sometimes I've been using a TPC Sawgrass ball marker. I'll show you this one a little bit closer there. TPC Sawgrass, the players. Now, many of you might see that and think, oh, he's been to the players. He's played TPC Sawgrass, and you would be wrong if you thought either of those. But I have actually been to TPC a couple times, just haven't played it or been to the tournament. So is it stolen valor using that? No. All right. I like to use it. I've used it for a long time, and I got it from the pro shop there. So zip it. Let's see. Got a bug spray in there. If you live in my area of the country, early July this year was absolutely terrible after all the flooding we got. So yeah, I usually don't have to use bug spray, but for a while there I did. Let's see. Got my yardage book, little UNW golf, or I should say scorecard holder, not yardage book. Um, Go Eagles. You know, I used to have one of these that had my name on it until one of my college roommates threw it away on accident. So now I have a blank one. Shout out Dylan. I've got I've got rain gloves. I've got normal gloves. My normal glove is generally Mizuno Elite or FootJoy rain glove. When I'm hitting range, practicing out there, I usually use a rain glove just so I don't go through as many gloves because the rain gloves don't wear out as fast. I got a snack bag in there, a couple liquid IV packets, usually Cliff Bars. Those are sort of my go-tos out there. Um, so as I can just get right into the golf ball. Pro V1. So you can see that marking there, just an underline under the Titleist. That is usually my go-to mark, usually black or blue. Sometimes I will add a Sharpie line on the side as well if I want. But if I get lazy, I will just do the mark under the Titleist. It usually gets the job done. So I think that's it, except got the Oakleys, the speed goggles, as some have affectionately referred to them. Don't use them all the time. Use them sometimes. It's bright out there. So other than that, I think that is probably more thorough than anybody needed, but a good tour through the bag. Got to groove it, spray brush on there, couple towels. Now, some might ask why I need 2 towels on there. The dark one is for clubs, dirt, etc. The white one is for my face if I am sweating. So that's to all of you future playing partners with me. If you decide to go over to my bag and use my towel, gray one, not the white one. Now you have no excuse. So All right, guys. I think that's about it. This is probably way more than you asked for, but hey, you're the ones that asked. So, um, reach out if you got any questions. I probably won't respond. Just kidding. And this is a look through my bag. If I happen to miss anything and you have a question, I guess let me know. I don't know how I could have possibly missed anything though. So, you guys have a good one. Continue to listen to the Bogey Train. Peace.